Boom, it's your boy Hassan, aka HCB, and with this right here, I'm just gonna give you 3 sets of push downs I'm gonna give you 3 sets of them of 12 or 15 push downs. And what the push down does, it works the tricep. So this is my first set right here. Boom. That right there, like I said, that right there is building up your tricep areas. Like I said before, the tricep helps your bench out, gives you so you can get a bigger lift heavier, lift your max. Like my max is 375. That's my max. But you gotta understand that my natural fitra or my natural weight, I was always small. I was never big. I picked up a lot of weight when I got in my 30s, but I was always small. And like I said before, like I never really dealt with weights. This is my first time ever in life. I'm blind. 012 and 011 is when I really start going hard with weights. So that's good for me. 375. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't like I'm gonna fight or run into a cat that's weighing more than 375. Even if it ain't about that, but that's my max. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get to there. But I killed 225. 225 ain't nothing. But this is my second set. Quick pull downs. One. It's a quick little touch, a little something. It's quick right there. You understand? Knock those out real quick. It's a nice little quick pull down. It ain't about nothing. Just stay in the shape, you know. This, like I said, this right here is only totally for the sake of Lord. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. Just trying to, you know, I don't want to die. I don't know how I'm gonna go out, but I ain't trying to go out like that. You know, overweight. I done picked up a gut because, number one, I took that year off, so that's why I picked this little gut up right there. So I'm trying to get rid of it. I'm gonna show you how I do a lot of running. Gotta get that blood moving. Like I said, if you can't touch your feet like that, you can't touch your feet like that, that's sad. At the age of 45 or age of 40. When you're at the age of 40, you can't touch your feet, it's down for like 20 seconds, that's sad, man. I mean, you gotta do better, man. Something ain't right, that's sad. It means you got weak hamstrings and you probably got over bad arteries, you know, you out of shape. That's bad. That should be your sign right there. You should get up in the morning and just touch your toes for like 20 seconds. If you can't do it for 20 seconds, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Get into the gym, man. I know it's like, man, I'm too cool. You got to catch, man. I'm too cool, man. Cats like that, yeah. They be the cool ones that die out cool too. Got them cool caskets. Looking good with them t-shirts. Last set. And like, you know, if like, you know, understand what I'm saying? Like, if you don't be around people like that. Like, if you see people, it's all right. Just, you don't have to be patient around negative people. You don't have to. If you see somebody trying to do something right, somebody always got something negative to say or always got, just stay away from them. Get away from them, man. They got a dead heart. And they may not even have a dead heart. But they just may not be the right people to be around. If you on code and they offer code and they always got something like that, just stay away from them. Don't even entertain their thoughts. Don't even say nothing to them. Don't even go back and forth with them. Because the best battle is silence. That's a hadith what Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said. One of his hadith, he said that I can't go from word for word, debate for debate. When he said where he was in the company of his brother and somebody kept slandering, kept cussing the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam out, kept saying negative things about to the Prophet. And he was with one of the companions. I don't know which one it was. And one of the companions, he got upset at the individual that was trying to insult the Prophet. And soon as the companion, he thought he was doing right, he retaliated. He started screaming on the individual. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam just got up and left. And the companion was like, he was stunned. He was confused because he felt like the proper thing was to do was defend the Prophet. That's the Prophet. And the Prophet told him, he said, when that man was screaming at me and attacking me, all this and saying that, and attacking me and insulting me, he said the angels was around me. They were protecting us. He said, as soon as you react to him, that's when the angels left and the shaitan stepped in. And he said that's when he stepped off. The point of that is that sometimes it's not good to always go back and forth with people. Some things, if the person is negative, just leave them alone. I say it's not, but how social media got it, because you gotta understand that what social media is, what they're trying to do. That's why it's a youth thing. They know youth, they got a lot of stamina. Because they're young. Anything's young has got a lot of stamina, so they're quick to react. They keep things going. So what social media is doing, that's why every time you go to a podcast, there's always a fight. It's always somebody saying this against somebody saying that, or somebody doing that. They always got, every podcast you go on social media, somebody fighting. Somebody said this because they like commotion. So what they do is, if you say something, somebody say something back to you, they want you to say something like, you gonna let him say that to you? Like little kid stuff, like when we was kids in the playground, oh man, he said you ugly. So now you gotta say, well, you ugly too. And he got, well, you ugly I thought you ugly. So the one that if the one that out-screen a person, so if you somebody said, man, I'm done with it. You look like you the fool, but the one that's still screaming, because you got some men that argue like women. You got some men that are argumentative. They just argue. They argue better than a female. They got mouthpieces and they will tear you down. So what I seen at it is that even if you right and you try to implement what the Prophet implemented, you lost. But the one that's steady screaming ain't saying nothing, and we got you. You can't say nothing. Yeah, you ain't saying. It's childish stuff. It's like you in the playground. And that's why that's when we keep stuff going like that, when the podcast keeps stuff, and then they wonder why you see stuff happen in the street. No, you can't. We can't stop what's going on in the street. No kid's going to do. Yes, every individual was a kid, and when our parents told us to do something, we ain't do it. But that doesn't mean that you don't try to stop people from doing something. I mean, if it was like that, then hell, there was no need to have law and order. You understand what I'm saying? If you let the kids be the kids, I was like that when I was, but that's don't mean that it was right. Everybody's not going to turn out with you. You understand what I'm saying? Sometimes I know me personally, a lot of times it would save me because I listened to the old people when I was younger. That's why I never caught charges when I was 17. I called them when I was an adult. I didn't call them when I was younger because I listened to people. And like when a wise man once told me, he said, everything I'm telling you, he said, you think it's going on in one ear and going out. He said, but it's not. Everything I'm telling you, it sits back in the back of your head. And he said, when certain events pop up, what I told you will pop up. And will Allah be my shahid, he was telling the truth. When he told me every time something happened, when he told me it would pop up, pop up, pop up. So that narrative that the kids is not going to listen, the children, let the children be the children, we always children, that's a weak narrative, man. And an individual like that, there's no law, no order, and they're going to keep stuff going. That's a devil. That's really Shaitan, a demon, because that's what Shaitan does. He keeps rebellious. He keeps things going and going and going and going and going till somebody get killed because he don't care. That means Shaitan don't care. But with that, I'm going to let you go. I'm holler back at you.